Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, before proceeding with our topic, I would like to have few announcements. First is that we may extend this lecture beyond 1 hour. That is one. Second is that our tomorrow's lecture, 6th and 7th, is postponed. We won't be continue conducting the 6th, 7th tomorrow. Okay, and that we will reschedule on Thursday, 1st and 2nd. The two tomorrow's lecture will be rescheduled on Thursday, 1st, 2nd lecture. Okay, and we exam that unit test I told you for module 1 and 2 will be on Thursday from after 4, within that 4 to 5 bracket. I will post everything by today, uh, precise time, all the instruction, everything, but it will be on Thursday 4 to 5, during 4 to 5. Okay, and if needed, we will take extra class on 6th, 7th on Friday. Okay, on Friday 6, 7 we may take extra class. Okay, that Friday depends on how we proceed. Thursday is rescheduled. This Wednesday's lecture 6 and 7 is Thursday 1st and 2nd. Okay, so now I will share my screen and we will see few basic things regarding projection of solids. Okay, many of that thing we may have covered earlier. Again, we will revisit the same so that everything will get fresher up. See, to give enough time to this particular topic is very much advisable, because depending on that, yeah, now your orthographic projection concept will also get enhanced, as well as it will be helpful in the last topic, that is isometric. Okay, and as per current as per what this what something happened. Just a moment, something has happened on my side. Okay. Okay. And as per current academic calendar, we'll be having maybe next week, the last week of teaching. So that's why we will have to take a couple of extra lectures during working days only, so that we should not take it on Saturdays. That's why. If required, if we'll have to take, then we'll take. Then we'll later on. Okay, so now without wasting much time, we will start today's discussion. Okay, I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible to you? Is my screen visible?
No, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
Hope you all are. See, there are few students who are not sticking to the schedule of submission. Please follow the schedule of submission. Understand? Please. Otherwise, later on, you may fall in trouble. Okay. Now, projection of solid. As we have seen earlier, a solid is a 3D object having length, width, and thickness and bounded by surfaces, which may be either plane or curved surface or combination of the two. Mainly, we have seen two types of solid. One is polyhedrons, another is solid of revolution. What comes under polyhedrons? What comes under polyhedrons? This is your revision being happening. So pay attention. What comes under polyhedrons? Anyone answer me, please? We have seen all these types of solid, etc. Everything we have seen.
Prism, parabola, etc.
Parabola can't come dear. Prism, pyramid, and then there is nothing, etc. Only two: prism and parabola. And when what comes in solid of revolution? Solid of revolution means if there is some shape. For example, I will just give you one example. If this is a this is a plane. For example, this is a plane. Okay, and it revolves around this axis. Just imagine if this revolves around this axis, this plane, which solid it will give? We will get which solid by,
Cylinder.
sorry? Cylinder, correct, correct. So similar to that, for example, if we are having this, answer me before I draw.
Cone, cone.
Very good. Okay.
Cone.
Okay, so we will get corn. Okay. Likewise, we can have other advanced shapes also, which are beyond your scope of study. Just I will give example. Now, if this is the shape, that may fetch you. This is not directly touching it. It is mistake. But if something like this, then it can fetch you hyperboloid, etc. also. Okay, so these all are solid of revolution. What solid of revolution means? They are having which kind of surfaces? Curved surfaces.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, a regular polygon is a solid bounded by the plane surfaces. Okay. Its faces are formed by regular polygons of the same size and all dihedral angles are equal to one another. Okay. When faces of a polyhedron are not formed by equal identical faces, they may be classified as prism and pyramids. Okay. Now we will see further. Okay. So now here are some shapes. Okay, five regular polyhedrals are there. What is this called? This is called tetrahedron. How many size faces it is having? Triangular faces? Four. This is called cube. in our trade language, but it is also called hexahedron. So if you find this word anywhere, you don't get confused. Hexahedrons mean cube only. Okay, 6 equals square faces. Then we have octahedron. Octa means 8 equal equilateral triangles. Okay. Then we are having dodecahedron. They are having 12 pentagonal faces. So now if you just have a screenshot of this image. This is the simple shapes which can be asked that I may ask in fill in the blanks for this, but when time comes for the unit test of this, that in cube there are 6 equal fill in the blanks faces. Then what will come? Answer square faces. Octahedron 8 equilateral faces. Then dodecahedron 12 pentagons. And isosahedron 20 equal equilateral triangle. So we are having equilateral triangle in two shapes. Okay. One is octahedron, one is isosahedron. And it's 20 equal space. Okay. Then we are having prism, that we all know. Prism are polyhedron formed by two equal parallel two sorry wait a minute two equal parallel regular polygon and end faces connected by the side faces, which are either rectangle or parallelogram. Only two can be there. I can ask in true and false that prism are the polyhedron formed by two parallel equal regular polygon and faces connected by each side, which either triangular or rectangular triangular or rectangular faces. True or false? So it will be false. We can't have triangular. Triangular we have in pyramids because there we have apex. Here we are having rectangle or parallelogram. Okay. So you should be clear with your you should be clear with your understanding of shapes. Okay. Actually, just revisit these all shapes. Most of the shapes we used to play in kindergarten, nursery, senior KG, junior KG, etc., etc. Triangles also, spheres also. In that, something like this kind of box was there with matching shapes, and you need to insert that shapes into likewise. Okay, so it is like that. So what is this? First of all, this is triangular prism. We will also revisit few definitions. And this center imaginary line is called axis. Now it is exactly starting at the center of the triangular prism. So it is like now one question from you for you. Which kind of triangle is this?
Equilateral.
Very good. And just another question. If it is not equilateral, then will you be able to find its axis?
No, sir.
You will be able to find its axis. We will see it later on.
By
Okay.
taking midpoint.
No, we will discuss it. Its CG concept comes into the picture. CG concept. If it is like that, now just we'll quickly wrap up this. Now this is equilateral triangle, fine. So it will be base. The center will be more or less at center, correct? Now here, where can be the center with respect to this line? It will be on this line or below this line. CG. It will be below it line. Fine. So we may have it somewhere here. That we will see later on. It is not required as of now. Then this is a square prism. Why it is called square? Now I assume this is square. Okay, this seems rectangle, but it's square prism because it is having square base. This is having triangular base. This is having square base. This is pentagonal. Now this is called the base edge. We have already seen this base edge. Okay. Then we have hexagonal prism. These sides are called rectangular faces. In prism, we are having rectangular faces. In pyramid, we will be having we will be having bolo. What we will be having in case of pyramid
Square.
or a dear pyramid I am talking about. In context,
Penta.
huh? Array, in context of this, what we are discussing right now, this thing. What is this? It is a
Triangular.
rectangular faces. So in pyramid we will be having
Triangle face.
triangular faces. Please don't forget everything while after studying. Okay. Then we have this longer face. Okay. Longer face we can have. This is rectangular prism. Fine. Now this is one something is unique here. What is that? We will just see. First of all, we will discuss this thing, right prism. A prism whose axis is perpendicular to its end face is called a right prism. Okay. Here, axis is perpendicular to base. So this is right prism. These all are right prisms. Fine. Prisms are named according to the shape of their end faces that we know: triangular, square, pentagon, hexagon, rectangle, octagon, etc. etc. Fine. And similarly, wait a minute. Before proceeding that, we will see the oblique prism. Now, in this prism, the axis is inclined to its base. Now, we have studied everything this we have studied. Fine. And someone throw you simplest of the problem, just incline to HP at 40 degree or whatever. But they gave that oblique pentagonal prism. And you should not get confused. Then angle of inclination of this axis will be given to you. So that much angle of inclination, and then you will be able to generate that. See, the only axis is inclined. Top and base shape will remain same. If it is pentagon, it will be pentagon. Now, if it is pentagon, it will be pentagon like this. Okay. So same will be there also. Then you just draw it like this. This is oblique pentagon. The top and bottom shape won't get changed. Understand? It's like this. Similarly, we can have all this. Okay. Just a moment, please. Those who haven't joined Google Classroom, please join Google Classroom. There are many students who are having very less attendance. So these extra classes will be helpful to you to regain your attendance. Okay, so please pay attention to it. Many students have not submitted even first sheet, that is sheet number 3. So you all will have, whoever not submitted will have to face the consequences. Okay, later on nothing will be heard of. Please maintain, stick to the schedule. Okay. So similarly, we can have right pyramid and oblique pyramid also. Okay. The axis of axis is inclined, then we can term it as oblique. Okay. Now what is that? Okay. Now we will.
ये होगा ना सर ऑब्लिक का प्रिज्म
Sorry.
ऑब्लिक प्रिज्म का सेक्शन
What?
सेक्शन सेक्शन
So I am not getting you.
सेक्शन ऑफ ऑब्लिक प्रिज्म
उसका क्या? Section of oblique prism.
मतलब होगा ना उसका ऐसा कट कर वी कैन फाइंड नो
We can easily cut. We can cut these all objects. Why to on
ओके
oblique? We can cut this. See,
ओके
it is on same as other shapes. It is almost same as other shape, except the fact is that the axis is inclined. That's it. Nothing else.
ओके
The top view you will have. See, now you have touched upon the discussion. Let me briefly explain you. Now, what will be the top view of this?
रेक्टेंगल
Rectangle.
विथ सेंटर
A center, that is fine. Okay, this correct. Now for this, what will be the top view?
Square.
Yeah, let's assume that this is square. So it won't be square like this. Okay, it won't be that simple. Then,
यस
then we will have something else also.
डॉटेड लाइन यस
So this will be the top view of this. Getting
यस सर
that this distance will depend on the angle, whatever the angle it is, whatever. Otherwise, everything. See, whatever shape you may be given, you have been taught everything. Basic philosophy don't get changed. Three steps solution will not get changed. If something is resting in HP, all shape will similarly rest in HP. There is nothing as to get changed. But point is that you should know these terminologies. These terminologies. What are base edge, long phase, lateral phase, etc. etc. Because at time I told you that the inclination will be given by description. They don't directly give inclination. You may be given some description. Okay.
ओके सर
Just a minute. I will just stop sharing for a moment. Just hold a second. Meanwhile, everyone write down your roll number in chat box. I'll just join you within a minute. Write down your roll number in chat box. Okay, am I audible?
Yes.
I hope you have written your
Hmm.
own roll number only. Okay, fine. Now we will see few more definitions such as lateral phase. What is called lateral phase? Okay, so these are the lateral phase, uh, and this is the okay. This is the lateral phase. This is the base edge that we have already seen. There, this is axis. These are longer phases. Okay, likewise. Then just a moment. Now these are the solid of revolutions. Okay, when some of the plane figure are revolved about one of their side, solid of revolution is generated. Okay, what are those? We have already seen, that is cylinder. Okay, when rectangle is revolved. Now this can be asked, how cylinder is generated? This can be asked. Simple little questions. When a right triangle is revolved, then we can have cone. We can have oblique cylinder. When a parallelogram, for example, it is we are having parallelogram like this, for example. Now it is revolved around its axis. We will get such a cylinder like this. Got it? And this is called oblique cylinder. Then how you get sphere? That a semicircle is revolved around its diameter. Your answer should include everything. Semicircle is revolved around one of its diameter. Only semicircle won't fetch you the correct answer. And the most of the thing which I can ask in at least in unit test or so, I am all throughout my all lectures I am discussing. Okay, so if you are just paying attention enough, then also you will be doing good. Okay, fine. Now, then we have another set of shapes. Those are truncated and fractional solid. Sorry. When prism, pyramid, cylinder are cut by cutting plane, the lower portion of the solid is called truncated solid or frustum of the solid. Now you have got another word, truncated. The frustum of the solid and truncated of the solid is same. Okay, but in truncated, most of the time, see what we discussed, we can have frustum of cone and pyramid only. Fine, because there we are having these parallel faces, this parallel to this. Fine, but in truncated, if there is some a solid which you know was something dimension, and then you cut off the top portion, then the remaining portion you may term it as truncated solid. Okay, so this can be termed as truncated solid. Okay, okay. Now important thing is that now visibility. Now you are just at times you are facing some problem with dotted line, etc. That all depends more or less on our imagination. Okay. Now when drawing the orthographic view of an object it will be required to show some of the hidden details as invisible. Okay, if this is available, then only it fetches you the precise shape, etc. Okay, that gives you more feel. To distinguish the visible portion from invisible, the invisible edges of the object are prepared with dotted line or dashed line. It is called dashed line rather than dotted because we generally use line, not dots. So now onwards we will speak dashed line only. Okay. However, in practice, these lines of dashed conventionally and colloquially, but wrongly called C, what we just discussed. It is not dotted line; it is dashed line. So this can be asked that invisible line is shown by blank, dotted line, wrong, dashed line, correct. To identify the invisible portion of the object, a careful imaginative thinking is essential. It is very essential. Okay. Now we will see some rules of visibility. When viewing an object, the outline object is visible. These are all outline objects. It can be seen from this side. If you see it from this, these all lines can be seen. Nothing of this solid line which you need to see through solid. So these all are visible line and they are shown by full lines. Fine. Or say solid line. Okay. Now what is this shape? It is the frustum of a pentagonal pyramid. Correct? It is the frustum of the pentagonal pyramid. Just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are having pentagon. Okay, what is next? Now see here, this is the main object. Okay, this is the main object. Now front view, you can see all lines which are drawn in full. But few lines you can see only through solid. And those are given by this dot dash line. Isn't it? Same way, if you see it from this side, okay. Now upper portion is larger than smaller portion. So smaller portion actually wholly comes inside. And see the correct interpretation. These brackets. See, because A, B, C, D, E, the D and E, these two are coming at back side. That's why they are dotted. So you should be very careful and very precise rather. Then when you see from top, whole of these will come under this bigger pentagon. So everything is dotted. See here. And every name is in dotted also. Okay. Now we see left hand side view. Then what is happening in left hand side view? What is happening? There is no dotted line at all. Why it is so? There is some mistake, I think. Here we can see dashed line. Here we can see dashed line. Then why?
सर
Sorry?
इसके पीछे है, लाइन के पीछे ही एग्जिट.
Yes, correct. So how it is that I will show you. Now lines are coinciding each other. Okay, so 45-degree lines like this. Then if we draw projection, see the E and D points are together like this. And that will ultimately go to this. Okay, this angle is not 45, that's why this problem. Okay, I did the other way. Okay, so this is how. And then similarly, this projection is it's not visible. Let's change the color. See here, sorry, and then it is coming up. Okay, so these lines E and D are coinciding with each other. So that is here, left hand. Okay, now okay, one more question, important question. First of all, which projection method is this? It is drawn in which projection method?
Third angle.
Third angle.
Carefully see and tell me. Bolo. Which projection angle method is this? After spending this much time, these many lectures, you are not able to answer the simplest of the question. It is,
First angle.
see, there are only two answers, first angle and third angle. So 50% of you say first angle, 50% will say third angle. Why it is first angle? Why it is third angle? Answer me that. Whatever is your answer. Now see, you have one disadvantage, Priyansi. I can easily catch you. You spoke it. Now you answer me why it is first angle. You said first angle. Then tell me why.
Because front view is above XY line and top view is below XY line.
And and yeah, answer is correct actually. You are true. But still, one more thing is that you can speak of that. Left hand side view is on right side, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Left hand side view is on right side. Everything is reversed. So that happens in first angle. In third angle, what happens? Plan comes at the top because it is the top view. Left comes on the left side because it is the left view. Right come on the right. And this is front. This is the first angle projection method. Sorry, third. Third we will have as it is. Whereas in first we will have reverse. Understand? So that's why these joint line are here. So this will coincide each other. That's why no dotted line. This is also coinciding each other here. That's why no dotted line. This is single line only. There is no dotted line. Please pay attention what is first angle method, what is third angle method. You should know it. Understand? Everything is taught, everything. And this stands true for every subject. You need to pay attention. That is the only one thing. Very good, Priyanshi. Okay. So now you know why these lines are dotted lines. Okay. You have seen it experimentally. Correct? Okay. Let us see next. Now these are some solid which are having axis perpendicular to HP. So they are more or less resting on HP. Okay. Wait a minute. I will have to unshare. There is some issue with my okay. So now actually it is like this. This is a plane. It is like this. and some vertical plane is here. Understand? It is situated like this. That's why you are getting this answer. Getting it? So
Yes, sir.
it is resting on HP. So it's based in on HP. So that's why it is touching this XY line. And top view, we are not given how much it is away. So we approximated some distance by ourselves. Same stands true for this cone also. Okay. This is right cylinder. This is right cone. It is not oblique. Okay. Chalo, next. What we are having? Okay. Now we are having some orientations here. For example, this is base of HP. This is C. First of all, what this shape is? Which is this shape?
Triangular prism.
Very good. First of all, very good. Okay, see, now you just don't stop by identifying the object. See, they have also seen dotted dashed line. So, whenever other things are being taught, you also pay attention to the basic things. This is why it is seen dotted, because you can't see that line directly. You need to see through this solid area. Understand? Okay, so it is like that. Now, what is this orientation? It is given like this. See, rectangular face parallel to VP. This is based on HP. Now, this is by showing this, I am discussing various orientation it can have, which you will be given in description. So then your imagination should be capable of orienting that object in that given orientation. Fine. So now this is the base on HP. So it should be like this. This is rectangular face parallel to VP. Okay, that is correct. Now this is rectangular face inclined at theta to VP. What is theta? This is theta. Okay, this is theta. At the same time, this rectangular, sorry, my mistake. This is the rectangular face perpendicular to VP. This one is this. Correct. Now this is inclined at some angle to VP. Okay. Rectangular face equally inclined to VP. Now this is very important. You note this. This happens in very few objects only, that rectangular faces are equally inclined to VP. The third face won't be inclined to VP. It is parallel to VP. Are you getting it? Only two faces are equally inclined to VP. So these are that. Okay, next. What we are having? Okay. First of all, which shape is this? What is this shape? What is this shape?
Tetrahedron.
No, wrong.
Triangular pyramid.
Triangular pyramid. What is the difference between triangular pyramid and tetrahedron?
All edges are same in tetrahedron.
Not age, faces. All four faces
Faces.
are same size. Here, see. Arey, something visual problem. See here, these are faces. One, two, one will be on back side here, and this is four. So out of these four, these three, one, I will write 1, 2, and 3 are of same size, but this is not of same size. Understood? See the height difference and see this. Got it? So this is not tetrahedron. This is triangular pyramid. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Fine. So now we will see its orientation. Now this is based on HP. Now base edge parallel to VP. So any of AB, BC, CD, CA, anyone we can take. This is called base edge parallel to VP. Now this is base edge perpendicular to VP. Okay. Now base edge and theta at VP, inclined to VP. Now if something is inclined to VP, you will be able to see the same in which plane? Which plane? If something is inclined to VP, you will be able to see that in which plane?
HP.
Which view?
Top.
Okay. Now when someone asks you, fill in the blanks like this, and view is given, at the last word is view, then you can't say it is a horizontal view. Horizontal plane, top view. It is not front plane or top plane. Top view, front view, horizontal plane, vertical plane. Okay. Now base equally inclined to VP. Okay. Let us see next. Now projection of solid with axis perpendicular to VP, that we have already seen in morning. Wait a minute. This we have already seen. This is the cylinder which is fixed to the wall in front of you. A big cylinder fixed on the wall in front of you. So it will look like this. This is front view. This is top view. This is same for cone. But see, you can see a one point here. O. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let us see. Next. Okay. Now this is again axis perpendicular to VP only. But this is some another shape. Now we will study its orientation. Now who are entering this late? Everything is getting disturbed. Okay. Now this is rectangular face. Now you should know very well that if it is prism, it is having rectangular faces. Rectangular face on HP, then it is inclined like this. Sorry, it is positioned like this. This is called longer edge on HP. So these lines, these all lines are called longer edge. These all lines. See the dotted line, dashed line. It is very routinely used dotted line, dotted line. That's why we speak dotted line. Otherwise, it is dashed line. See dashed line, use of dashed line. Now this is longer edge on HP. Okay, same way, longer edge on HP. Now, but this is inclined at some angle only one edge. Either base is equally inclined. This is also theta, this is also theta. So either you see from this or this, it is symmetrical. That's why it is called equally inclined. Okay. Now this is base in HP, base edge in HP. Understand? This is base edge in HP. This is corner, a corner of the base on HP. This is corner on HP with edge is equally inclined to HP. Now, in projection of solids, we have two methods to draw projection of solid. One is a bit longer, but very easy. Another is bit complicated, not much, bit complicated, but short, single step solution. So what we are following is this change of position method. We keep on changing the position of this object, and generally we find the solution at third step. At times we can also get the solution at second step depending upon the problem complexity, but maximum three step. Whereas using this auxiliary plane method or say reference line method, change in reference line method, you may get the solution direct after this. Okay, it is possible to directly get the answer after this. That again depending upon the complexity. So before other things are secondary, but main thing you should know there are two methods. What are there? Two: change of position and change of reference line method. And what method we are following?
Change of position.
Very good. Change of position. See, first of all, it was like this. So now, can you create the question out of this? If you can do this, you are through to the projection of solid. This is one answer directly for whole procedure, not answer. If you can bring out the question out of it, it will be great. Try anyone. Anyone try it. अरे भाई ट्राई करो ना, ट्राई करने में पैसे थोड़ी लगते हैं. आज तक किसी को डांटा है गलत आंसर में?
Sir, a pentagonal pyramid.
Very good. Pentagonal pyramid. Okay, pyramid or prism? Pyramid or prism?
Pyramid.
Look at it again.
Prism.
Prism. चलो, pentagonal prism
Resting on HP.
resting on HP, correct. बोलो बोलो.
One of triangular surface is perpendicular to
There
H.
is no triangular surface in this. Resting on HP on one of its base edge. See here, one of its base edge. So this is it. This one we are talking about. This, isn't it? One of is resting on HP on one of its base edge such that it is making axis. Axis is making angle theta with theta with theta with बोलो भाई, पूरा तो खत्म हो गया, एक वर्ड का आंसर बाकी रह गया। कौन बोल रहा था? वही ट्राई करो तुम, करेक्ट बोल रहे थे सब।
HP.
HP. So now I will reform the question. A pentagonal prism of this base size and this much height is resting on a HP on one of its base edge such that its axis is making angle theta with HP. Draw its projections. That's it. This is only one plane inclination. That's why it's one step solution. Otherwise, we would have the third step also. Now, one very important thing, you pay attention here. This is what? Read out.
Axis angle.
Axis is making angle this with HP, correct? Similarly, you can also be given like this. Base angle is making some angle with HP. So you see the relation here. If this is theta, then base is making angle 90 minus theta. Okay. If axis is theta, axis is making angle theta with HP, base will be making 90 minus theta with HP. Correct? Same stands true in vertical plane also. Okay? Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are seeing from here. What is the farthest point?
C1.
C1. So every line coming from C1 and D1 are dotted, dashed. See here. Before finalizing, you should check both way. This is farthest point, and then we are having nearest point, A dash. So every A dash as well as all you can see here. So from A dash point, every line coming from A dash A point or A dash point will be solid line. See 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you can also see this E and E dash. You can see from this. So that line is also solid line. Same way. So only this is not visible. It should be seen through this whole solid. If I am having whole this solid, you can't even see that. But still you can see these points. Why we are able to see these? Because this is, we are assuming that it is made out of glass. That's why. Understood about this? Clear everything? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now reframe this question. Frame this question. Now it is very easier. One I have explained. Now you frame this question. Chalo, do it fast. Try it. First of all, try it slowly, slowly. I will help you now. I will support you. Okay, I will have to do it other way. Arjun? Arjun? Are you there? Arjun, are you there? Rishi? Aditya? So I will put absent of these persons, huh?
Yes, sir.
Who is this?
Rishi.
Rishi, you take one of your friends' name. Who will frame the question? You take name. Give me one name. Chalo fast. I am not asking you question. Then why?
ध्रुव
Dhruv.
नहीं है नहीं है नहीं है
अरे कैसे चलेगा? नेक्स्ट कोई और नाम बोलो.
वीकेंड
डिकेन.
Yes, sir.
चलो क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करो. आई विल हेल्प यू.
Hexagonal prism resting on HP and axis make some angle theta
No,
on
resting
HP.
resting on. See where it is resting. Resting on.
HP.
See carefully here. HP, that is fine, but through its
Corner on H.
corner.
Corner.
Very good. So why are you taking this much time? It is correct. Now I will reframe the question. A hexagonal prism of this base size and this much height is resting on HP on its corner such that base is making angle theta whatever alpha with HP. Got it? This time I spoke with respect to base. Base is making some angle. No problem. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Understood? ये कौन बोला यस सर?
Dhanuj,
तनुज. नेक्स्ट इज यू. चलो.
Okay.
Actually you are helping me. I am not knowing the questions. That's why. चलो. ये क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करो. लेफ्ट साइड वाला. ये. चलो तनुज.
Pentagonal pyramid resting on HP, making an angle theta with base. Corner, okay.
वापिस बोलो.
Base corner.
वापिस बोलो पहले से.
A pentagonal prism making an resting on HP,
Hmm. On its corner, one of its corner.
making resting on HP, making an angle theta
With HP.
HP. Axis making an angle theta with HP,
Hmm. That's it.
where corner
No.
of when corner
Okay, stop. So
is
it
in.
is like this. Okay, very good. A pentagonal pyramid is resting on HP on its corner such that axis is making angle theta with HP. That's it. Clear? Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now Tanuj, you gave me one name from other branch. From other branch. Give me one name fast. Tanuj,
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, other branch.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Chemical branch.
Okay, Chaitanya, go ahead. We'll do it together. Don't worry. बोलो. चैतन्य है? मैंने जिसका नाम लिया है कोई हाँ ना नहीं बोला है वो सबका एब्सेंट जाएगा. ये 2 क्लास लगेगी. ए और ए एक्स्ट्रा हो गई एक दूसरी. 2 में एब्सेंट होएगा. चैतन्य इज देयर? तनुज, व्हाट इज दिस?
But sir,
चलो कोई और नाम दो. चैतन्य एब्सेंट 4th क्लास.
Badal.
Yes, sir.
ओके बादल, चलो बोलो. अपन साथ में बोलेंगे. चलो क्वेश्चन बनाओ. इसका आंसर का क्वेश्चन बनाओ. See this, why I am doing this exercise, it will help you understand What are the actual questions? Terminology.
राइट साइड वाला ना.
हाँ, राइट साइड वाला. वेरी गुड. स्लोली अपन साथ में बोलेंगे. मैं यस नो बोलते जाऊंगा. चलो स्टार्ट. चलो भाई स्टार्ट. बादल.
यस सर.
हाँ चलो भाई स्टार्ट करो.
पेंटागोनल प्रिज्म.
प्रिज्म नहीं, पिरामिड.
सॉरी सर.
पेंटागोनल.
पेंटागोनल पिरामिड.
यस. यस.
जनरेटर.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पेंटागोनल पिरामिड क्या कर रहा है?
inclined with HP. Yes sir.
Okay, good try. Actually, it is not generator, it is inclined edge. Generator we have in cone. चलो anyone else? बादल किसी और का नाम दो फटाफट. तुम लोग टाइम वेस्ट मत करो ज्यादा.
So मैं किसका नाम दूं?
तो मैं ही ले लेता ना, तुम नहीं लेते थे. फटाफट बोलो.
सर ऑर्डर ब्रांच का या केमिकल का ही?
अरे भाई जिसका लेना है तुम लो. तुम क्वेश्चन ज्यादा कर रहे हो आज. दे दो किसी का भी नाम.
सर मैं बोल
ब्लू
दूं.
सोनार.
चलो बोलो भाई, इसका नाम बोला. चलो आंसर में फास्ट.
Pentagonal pyramid is on HP and
Hold a
it's
second.
one triangular.
Hold a second.
Yes,
Just a moment. I lost it. Just a moment. Is it visible?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Pentagonal pyramid is on HP and its one triangular face is touches HP. Draw a projection of it.
Okay, good try. Now, see, it is not it is not resting on its triangular face. It is resting on that slant edge. What problem we did yesterday? This problem.
Yes, yes.
This problem. Did you know? So I will reform the question. Or everyone, whoever tried, everyone, very good. Give a clap to yourself. Okay. So pentagonal pyramid is resting on HP on one of its inclined edge. Draw its projection. That's it. Okay. Now in this question, this left side one, see, we will see from here what is the farthest point. What
C
is
dash.
C dash. So everything joining the C or all the lines coming out of C is dash. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes,
is
sir.
now in this. What is the farthest?
OC.
So that is that dotted or dash, isn't it? So you
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
these also, we should practice these also. Chalo. Now section views, we will discuss something about. In engineering industries, when the internal structure of an object is complicated, it is very difficult to visualize the object from the orthographic projection. Okay. Since there will be several hidden lines, several intricate shapes, whatever, you don't know. If from front it may seem like that it is a flat surface, but from the on the inside surface there will be some slots also, we don't know. That's why to show such things, sectional views are drawn. Okay, sectional drawing are multi-view technical drawing that contains spatial view of a part or parts that reveal interior features. Now this is the main important terminology, interior features. So interior features are associated with, this is question, complete my sentence. Inferior features are associated with orthographic view, isometric view, sectional view, top view, front view. So your answer is sectional view. Okay. A primary reason for creating a section view is the elimination of hidden lines. Okay. So that a drawing can be more easily understood or visualized. Fine. Traditional section views are based on the use of an imaginary cutting plane that cuts through the object to reveal interior features. Okay. Now we will see further what it is have in store. Okay. Now see here. Now this is the imaginary cutting plane. This is not actually existing. This is imaginary. Fine. Then it is controlled by designer. Designer wants to cut from wherever he can cut. So now, and this is the line of sight. Means you are seeing from this side. In this particular fashion, you will be seeing it. So in this is full sectional view. This is one example. This is full sectional view. It is cut from this blue line, which is shown here. Is it visible? This blue line.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that imaginary plane, this pink one, cuts this object from this blue line and separate it out. Then we'll continue to look in this fashion according to these arrows. So we'll be able to see this view. Okay. Got it? This example?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is half sectional view. So we are using two imaginary planes. This one and this one. And then we are cutting apart this part. I will change the color. We are cutting apart this object and remaining is the sectional view. Okay, and still we are seeing from this side. Okay, let us see next. Now we are having offset section. What does it mean? Offset section means it is not straight continuous line. It is having stepped like this. Fine. So it is called offset sectional view. Okay. These terminologies you should understand better. Okay. Then next we are having broken out section view. Okay. So this is not any particular, see, carefully visualize this. What you can see here, is there any difference between these two? Is there any difference between these two?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Sir, that is exact like the CD and what
I'm not
the
able
smooth.
to hear anything, could not understand anything. This is one number and this is two. Now speak. What is the
Style of cutting.
Okay, actually, this is not cut. This is actually broken. That's why it is not having any particular straight line. This is straight line. This is cut out portion. Fine, but this is broken portion. Understand? If something broke,
Yeah.
something breaks, then it can't break in some particular fashion. It can break anything, like anything. Okay, that's why it is like this. Okay, let us see what is next. Okay, now we need to see few things. That's it. We need to see few things. Now, just a moment. Okay. Now, this is imaginary cutting plane as we have seen in everyone. Now, if this is not section, this is join, then what is the front view? It is called orthographic projection. Correct? Orthographic view or orthographic projection. Fine. So it is given here. Correct? If this was not available then. Understood?
Yes.
This
Sir.
is front view and this is top view. Okay. This is front view and this is top view. Now it is cutted. It is cut from here and this is removed. Then what will be its top view? This will be removed. Understand? And the front view will be like this. So whatever is solid which is cut, solid portion material is given by this hashing line, that is inclined line, this hash line, and direct object is there which is not cut, which is as it is drawn like this. See the difference between two. I can give you this object and told you that this is symmetrical object. Fine. What question I can form from this? This is a symmetrical object. Draw its sectional view from the center line. So actually to have a symmetrical object, we should have only this, like this. Okay. More towards this way, like this. Now this object, this is also filled like this. This is whole orange material is symmetrical, isn't it? Like this, isn't it? So you should know what object is symmetrical, or symmetrical means what? Symmetrical means from the center line or say axis same on both sides. All the prism, pyramid, everything is symmetric. But oblique are not symmetric. Oblique are also actually symmetric, but is the other way, because axis is inclined only. This one is symmetric to center line or not? Just assume that it is passing through center. Now, is it symmetric or not? Say, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Arey bhai, to answer me. Is this symmetric?
Yes, sir.
This,
Yes.
this,
Yes. All.
this is not symmetric, dear. This is asymmetric. This one is asymmetric. Fine. Okay, let us move ahead. So this is orthographic view, this is its sectional view. Now this is orthographic view and this is its correct sectional view. This is incorrect because in section, once you cut from here and you can see the solid edges like this solid edge, then you can't show that in dotted. Here it is fine that it is, we are seeing through solid, that's why it is dotted. but here you can't draw it dotted. It should be solid because now it is open. This whole thing is visible like this. Understand? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now this is the same thing. This is original object. It is cut like this, and this is its sectional front view, seeing from this side. Okay, this was original orthographic view. So that you will have this dotted. You can have this dotted, this portion. But now it is not dotted. It is solid. Okay, this is sectional view. It is solid. We can't have dotted. Correct? Understood or not? This is correct.
Yes, sir.
Orthographic view. This is sectional view. So you need to see from where the section is going. Now section is going through this, so it is making this thing as solid, directly visible, not through solid, directly visible. So it will be like this. And one more, actually one line is missing. Actually here it should be like this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It should be like this in section also, this line. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, let us move to the next one. Now cutting plane lines. Cutting plane, wherever if you are having projection of solid or orthographic projection, whatever, if some section is given, then it should be given like this. This is the correct method. You need to show it like this fashion. These or these, both are correct. Okay. Generally, we should prefer this 6 mm length, then 1.5 mm gap, 6 mm, 1.5 mm, so on. And these are perpendiculars. And this line thickness is also 0.7 mm. Okay. So for examination purpose, that is fine if you can't draw it 0.7 mm thick. But you should know, if question is asked that cutting plane lines are how much thick, then your answer should be 0.7 mm thick. If you can't draw it in exam or anywhere, that is different thing. But when you use AutoCAD or something like software, then you can easily draw that in given dimension. At that time, you will have to stick with that. Okay, so these are the sectional cutting line. It should be represented like these or these. This is very ideal. Okay. Now, see, all right. This first one is the correct interpretation. It is 45 degree, equal spaced. We can have 2 to 3 mm, not more than that. See, if more than that, it is termed as incorrect. Fine. This is also incorrect because spacing is not uniform. Now this is also incorrect because it goes out of boundary. Section, if you are having, then within that sectional portion, you should draw this hash line. It is called hash line. Similar to what you know, hashtag, from that hash only, HASH. This is also incorrect. This is too close. This is incorrect, inconsistent. This is also incorrect, inconsistent. This is the only one correct. Okay, everything else is wrong. So you should know it should be 45 degree. Now though it should be 45 degree, but at times what will happen, your sectional portion will be at 45 degree. Now this is currently actually at 45 degree. Right now, this is at 45 degree. So in such case, what should you do? You should not do this. It should not go parallel. It should not go perpendicular also. Rather, you should give 30-degree angles to these lines. So this line is 30-degree. So these lines are, in such special cases, these lines are 30-degree. So in section of solid also, projection of sectional solid also, you will be having true shape. So in that you need to draw first priority 45-degree, if not then 30. But then if you need to write something, you should avoid this fashion. There should be some gap provided like this. Okay. Then at times what happen, your object is too big. For example, in whole of your sheet, you are having one object which is sectional view. Then this much S line if you draw, you will go mad. You will say, I don't want to continue this thing. In that fashion, in that cases, what happens? Very large objects are there, then only at the edge these hashing are provided like this at 45-degree uniformly spaced. So it is understood that whole object is sectional. At times it can also happen that it is very thin. What is the sectional view is very thin. For example, a washer. If you are having some washer which is sectional view and it is very thin, so you should not show that thing. Then if it is very thin, then whole sectional view is made solid black. Okay, like this, like washer or gasket, something like that. Whole view is solid black. Okay. So these are the things which you should keep in mind while drawing orthographic projection of orthographic projection of sectional view, projection of solid, projection of section solid, whatever. These things must be kept in mind. Okay. So for today we will stop here. Okay. And as I told you, tomorrow we won't be having lectures. Instead of that, it will be shifted to Friday, 1st and 2nd. Friday 1st and 2nd, and then you will be having test. Sorry, not Friday. Sorry. Thursday, 1st and 2nd, and you will be now today only. I will post every detail about this unit test from module 1 and 2, or say sheet number 1, 2, 3. Okay, 20 marks test will be there during 4 to 5, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday only, after our lab of batch A. And if required, we will also take extra lecture on Friday, 6 number, 7 number slot, 2 to 4. Okay. So if you want to ask anything regarding today's session, please ask me.
सर आपने पहले बोला था ना कि अभी नेक्स्ट वीक लास्ट वीक है टीचिंग का, मतलब
सॉरी, बोलो
नेक्स्ट वीक जो है वो टीचिंग का लास्ट वीक है, मतलब क्या उसके बाद क्या है?
तो उसके बाद तुम्हारा सबमिशन वगैरह, एग्जाम वगैरह, एकेडमिक कैलेंडर है कि नहीं तुम लोगों के पास?
नहीं सर.
Then you collect it. It is available on website. You explore them. Every time this is your first semester. Okay, so I will explain you how to do. Whenever you enter any new academic year, means first semester, third semester, fifth, seventh, etc., you should first of all collect your academic calendar. In any university, any college, academic calendars are published that gives the details of how the teaching will be, when you will be given end semester exam, when continuous evaluation will be done, when submission will be done, viva will be done. Every detail is there. if there is any holiday, the van, etc. Okay, so it is like that, and it is not for my subject only. It stands for a whole first year, that first semester. Okay, most probably you may have exam in February, maybe January also you can have. I don't know because nothing is finalized as yet. I don't know the detail, but in academic calendar everything will be given to you.
From where we get that calendar?
Website, explore website, use every information. You don't just log into Zoom and log out to Zoom. That's it. It is not that. You explore everything about your college, your university, your department. You explore today. If you can't get it today, I will give you on the day after tomorrow when we'll have lecture. I will share with you. But before that, you just get it.
Okay, sir.
And if you get it, post it on Google Classroom. So I stop bothering about that. Share with everyone. Anyone gets it, post it to Google Classroom so that everyone will get it. Or you may circulate it within your group also. I don't mind. Fine.
Okay.
Any question, any doubt? Today's
Sir,
lecture.
paper
No,
style
sir.
आप बोल रहे हो?
Yes, someone is speaking.
Paper style.
Sorry.
Paper style.
Which
20 marks.
is unit test?
Yes.
This is unit test, na?
Yes, sir.
It will be short MCQ, short one word question, something like that. Mostly in Google form. Mostly in Google form. It will be short question. MCQ.
Okay.
You get the option, etc., etc. Nothing.
No theory. Not theory.
No. Theory is not possible. But it is
Yes, sir.
mostly the question will be theory based only. What we have discussed in class. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then inform other students also who haven't joined or who are not regular. Again, I will repeat, those who haven't joined Google Classroom, please join it earliest. Those who haven't submitted, who are not submitting as per schedule, please submit as per schedule. And whoever present in this class today, please circulate this among your friends.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर मेरी आईडी में इश्यू था ना, इसलिए मैं लेट ज्वाइन हुआ हूँ
मैं
और इसीलिए ही लेट सबमिशन हुआ था.
हाँ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. I know
और
reason.
मैंने कमेंट कर दिया है नीचे.
That is okay.
ओके सर.
Okay.
Yes.
Submit everything on.
Okay, sir.
Circulate these informations in your non-official groups also. That who haven't joined, please join Google Classroom. Who are not submitting to the schedule, please submit to the schedule. And we'll be having extra class also. And then we'll be having unit test also. This is for module 1, 2. Then in next week we will have module 3, 4. And at the most probably at the end we'll be having 4, 5, 6. So all module unit test will be there, which is the part of your continuous evaluation. Okay, on that base your internal marks will be there. For every subject you will be having this.
Okay, sir.
Now it's time to buck up. बहुत मजे थोड़े ले लिए. यही होता है engineering में. Don't worry, you have not done anything wrong. Whenever this system picks up around the exam submission, etc., then you need to be very sincere. At the beginning it's fine, you can have some fun time, etc., outside the class. Okay, fine. I will end this session.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.